Hello everyone, welcome to Optimal Timelines. I am your guide, Sean, in helping you to connect to your most optimal future timeline. So Tarotscope readings for the month of April 2022. Remember, you're going to want to watch two videos, one for your North Node by sign and one for your North Node by house. If you're unfamiliar with your North Node, there's going to be some links in the description box below to help you find, and also some videos about the North Node that you should watch if you care to. So let's get started on the readings. Okay, so this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope readings for April 2022 for everybody with their North Node in Aries and or the first house. So I'm going to connect to the energies and we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month, 1st to the 15th. This side over here represents the second half of the month, the 16th to the end of the month. And I also did another book divination for all the North Nodes. And what came up for you big time North Nodes in Aries and or the first house was what you're learning right now, especially this month and moving on the rest of the year, is refining and becoming more self-identified, or working on gaining more self-identity. One of the things with your South Node in Libra, you have an amazing gift to be a support to others and work with others and get along with others. And this has happened over many, many lifetimes in other incarnations and also in your past in this life, where you can, give so much of yourself that you can like lose yourself. And so what's coming back to you, a lot of you have probably been feeling like, you maybe don't know fully who you are and you want to know who you are. And it's just because of that, so much of your life, and especially in past lives, of giving of yourself, kind of being selfless, that it's time to like kind of find out how you are. And the energy, the card that popped up here, the Five of Pentacles, the energy that can happen is when the danger is when we don't know who we are, or if we don't have a strong self-identity, we sometimes get that self-identity from like other people. It's almost like other people are defining you, okay? And what I'm getting for you now is to really like work on ways to explore and what's coming into your life of gaining a self-identity and not letting others define you. You are not just, a romantic partner, a parent, a co-worker or whatever. Like, you have a self-identity above and beyond like the labels that people, give you. And so this first half of the month, what I'm getting for a lot of you is I'm seeing that there is this energy that's going on that, and I'm seeing it's kind of like a person of authority or even like a male type energy. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a male, gender male, but it's that type of energy that's coming in, like that kind of, instead of yin energy, it's like a yang energy is what I'm picking up. And there's going to be a situation to where, you know, there's going to be, it's going to call you to become strong within your, emotions. And it's the situation that's going to come up. It could be anything from a like disagreement at work or in some form of partnership, even like, in a romantic, setting, but, this is helping you to explore your sense of self. Like, who are you? What makes you tick as a person? And I feel like a lot of you are learning this by these little lessons that come up, kind of learning more about yourself, and you are able to project more of like a self-identity. And the interesting thing too is what I see happening, and it's also a big advice here, is you have Page of Swords reversed. Okay, so this is telling me, letting down your guard. And instead of being like guarded, you are, becoming confident enough to, like, this is like meditation, the Four of Swords. It's like being able to be relaxed and reposed, but also going inward to find out who you are. You know what I mean? And so this is kind of like, when I see this in your reading, the reversed Page of Cups, it's like not only not being guarded when it's reversed, but it's like you looking and searching. You were looking and searching out there for like your sense of identity was in your relationship, in your job, in some part of your life, and you're learning that to self-identify. When you go inward, you're like, well, I'm much more than those roles that I play, those support roles that I play. I'm more than that. And that's kind of what I see happening this first half of the month, coming up. Now, the second half of the month, I feel like a lot of you, there's a lot of intense things going on in the world, and, in whatever country, you happen to reside in. But I feel like the energies after April, just in general, are going to start moving as we get near the end of April, and then moving past April, are going to start moving very, very forward in different direction. And it's really important as we move forward for you to kind of really think about this, self-identity. And the more one of the questions you could ask yourself, you might be saying, well, how do I self-identify? Just beyond the labels that people have given you or the roles that you play in supporting others, try to think of ways, if you had to define yourself, play around with it, just play around with, like, who am I? Like, as far as like, think of how you're going to define yourself. Okay. And what I'm seeing the second half of the month, when you start asking those questions inwardly, just simply play around with it one day when you have time. If you're just over coffee or something, and you're just think to yourself, okay, yeah, who am I? And, like, how would I define myself, type of thing. Play around with it. And I feel like the second half, like moving forward, as you learn, even very simply, to begin to self-identify and self-define yourself above and beyond what others around your life say, it's going to get you to this really like good place. But I do feel like also that as you do this, because people are, when you have this high level of agreeableness, like you naturally do, it's a superpower to just make peace, get along with others, and be a support to others. But as you begin to self-identify, there could be some situations where people wouldn't fully support you, and it may feel weird at first. So that's what I'm seeing, like with this reversed Page of Cups and reversed Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the reverse Wheel of Fortune, for me it's actually one of those cards like the Sun for me that it's actually not bad in its even reversed form at all. Well, none of the cards are bad, but it's not actually negative, but it's like a stuck or delayed reaction. It's like the Sun card a lot of times. It's like a delayed reaction, or even the Star is like that also. And so with the Wheel of Fortune reversed here in the Page of Cups, it's almost like emotionally, as you begin to self-identify, it could feel uncomfortable, and especially if you don't feel supported as you gain, because when you're self-defining yourself and self-identifying, because remember, in this lifetime, you're given the not only opportunity, but the obligation to become selfish. And remember what I always say, that selfishness for you is not a bad word. It just means by you becoming stronger for you become strong within yourself, you can become stronger for those around you and help others way more. And so that's what this lifetime is. This is about, playing with the Aries energy and the first house energy, which is the self, right? So when you move forward in this, if it doesn't feel right, just keep feeling into it. Say, well, am I the type of person that is going to back down from this? And it's almost like there's this internal battle going, okay? Just keep moving forward. It might feel a little uncomfortable. When you do that, the wheel turns upright. Okay, when you do that, the wheel turns upright. Really, really powerful type for you, okay? Now, the other thing that is coming up too is the other end of the spectrum. Remember, everything in the astrological chart is balancing, okay? All the points in the chart, there's polarities everywhere in the universe, and in the astrological chart, everything is about balancing energies. There are imbalances and balances. So with that said, the last thing I do want to say about this reading is with this reversed Ace of Wands, remember that as you're going on this journey, to channel your South Node, which is Libra and the 7th house, and balance things out by, because when you get challenged and pushback, when you're trying to self-identify and trying to become a stronger person within yourself, if you get pushback, there could be you may come on too strong. That's what this is saying, okay? This could be a little bit too forceful energy, okay? Too much fire. And you are supposed to go towards fire, but remember, it's a balancing act. It's not, just that fire to get you going, but you don't want to bring necessarily a flamethrower. Although there are times in the sense, not real, actual flamethrower, obviously, but there are times when you may have to in your life, and it may serve you to bring out the flamethrower, but I'm just saying, remember, balancing energies, pushing forward, self-identifying, but, balancing that between that fire and that air, okay? So yeah, really powerful time for you. Keep up the good work. I can see a lot of you are on this. And remember, when you follow your North Node, the universe supports you, okay? The universe has your back because it's what you're here to do, okay? So thanks so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you would like a reading, there'll be a link in the description box below. Thank you for sharing time. If you could, hit that like button if you like the video. Subscribe if you're not already. Much love, much appreciation. We'll see you soon on some more videos.